Hi guys. Okay, so we are still studying character traits. Yesterday we discussed about external traits on what we see, possibly the character's hair, maybe their clothing, height, facial expressions, actions. These are the things that we actually see from not only the words in the book, but the pictures as well. But today's discussion, we're going to learn about internal traits. Internal traits are what goes on in the inside. Okay, so we have the inside. What's happening inside of us? Maybe there are thoughts and our words. Maybe they could be our feelings. These are going to be harder to find out because you have to use your own knowledge, your own background knowledge for these. These are like what we learn about the character's personality shows through their thoughts and words and their feelings. It's what's happening on the inside of us, okay? So let's read our book. I'm going to zoom out for you a little bit because yesterday we just did a book walkthrough. Now we're actually going to dive in and read our story. So picture day perfection. I'd planned for months. This was going to be the year of the perfect school picture. But some days, not everything goes according to plan. The day started with the worst case of bedhead ever. Exhibit A, the front view. Exhibit B, the side view. Exhibit C, the back view. Exhibit D, the look on my brother's face when he saw my hair. What do you think he might be feeling on the inside? Yeah, you're probably right. He's probably thinking like, that crazy man. Then it took me quite some time to unearth my favorite shirt. I finally found it at the very bottom of the hamper. You might call it stained. You might call it wrinkled. You might even call it smelly. You wouldn't be wrong. Breakfast was picture day pancakes, a family tradition. This year's festivities involved a small syrup disaster. More accurately described as a large syrup disaster. And it occurred exactly as the bus pulled up. I had a feeling we'd be getting a new family tradition. On the bus, I got into a small bit of trouble. Make that a large bit of trouble. The bus driver made me sit in the seat right behind him for the rest of the ride. By the time I got into school, my picture day face was fixed in a scowl. In class, Mrs. Smith collected our photo order forms. Do you think my mom checked the emerald green for my photo background? Or peacock blue? Or pizzazzy purple? No. Once again, of all the backgrounds in the world, Mom checked the snoring, boring, traditional gray. No one gets traditional gray. Except for me. And it just so happens to be the only color in the world that makes my favorite shirt disappear, all but the stains and the wrinkles. Look, he's blending into the background. How do you think he's feeling? Yeah, maybe. He's like, oh God, no. After that, the teacher had us all stand up and practice our picture day smiles. Personally, I thought we needed a little something to get us in the picture day mood. Whoops. Got myself in trouble. Again. Yikes, guys. Think about the word mood. Mood is how we feel. Luckily, I got to rejoin the class in time for art. Art involved quite a lot of paint. Well, at least it did for me. Finally, it was time to line up for our photos. Ned, just in front of me, got the last complimentary plastic comb. I watched as classmate after classmate smiled for the camera. I got queasy listening to everyone say cheese. I can't stand cheese. The mere thought of it turns me green, deeply green. And just as my face reached its most awful pea green shade, it was, my turn. All right, guys, look, think about that. It's got him queasy. That's a feeling. What does you think queasy means? He's already disgusted by cheese. Makes him sick, makes him feel pea green. What do you think queasy might mean? Look at his face right now. What kinds of feelings do you think are happening within him? He just got told he couldn't have that comb, that free comb. How do you think he feels now? Look at his hair. Thanks. I stepped forward. I sat down on the stool. It was hard as a rock and cold as an iceberg. Just a sec, said the photographer as he fiddled with the camera knobs. So we know he's already really just having a rotten day. He's getting all kinds of dirty. He's scowling a lot of the time. You think he's gonna do that in his picture? As I sat and waited, everything that had happened rushed through my mind. The monstrous messes, the muddles and the mix-ups. The whole day, from the moment I had rolled out of bed, had gone perfectly. Ooh, look at him now. How's he feeling? He looks a little bit mischievous. Even better than planned. This year, I was finally going to have the perfect school picture. What does he think perfect is? Maybe it's not the same as ours. And that's when I heard a click. In a flash, all of my hard work, my perfectly tangled hair, my perfectly rumpled shirt, my perfectly sticky face, my perfectly composed scowl, that perfect boring background, those perfect paint splatters, that perfect sickly pallor, wasted, useless, ruined. In a moment of weakness, by an unexpected smile, Mom says, it's my best picture ever. Look at that. Do you think he wanted that kind of picture? But just wait till she sees next year's. So guys, did the character change kind of from what we thought at the very beginning? We thought he wanted it to be perfect, right? That he wanted to look his very best, that all of these things that we were hearing and reading about were what he wanted or what he didn't want to happen. But did it kind of change at the end? Yeah, we learned through the author's thoughts and words and his feelings that the character was just trying to be really mischievous and he wanted a terrible picture. Because for him, a terrible picture meant that it was perfect. When we are looking at characters, we not only have to look at their outsides, their external traits, we have to look at their internal traits as well. All right, guys, I want y'all to do your graphic organizer now in your practice. Have a great day. Bye.